Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today I will explain the concept of solubility. What is solubility? How compound dissolve in the solvents? What is the effect of temperature on solubility? I will explain these topics. First is what is the solubility? Actually, concept of solubility is ability of solvent to dissolve solute is called solubility. The main concept is the ability of solvent to dissolve solute is called solubility. We can also define in proper way the amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent at particular temperature is called solubility. So, solubility is the amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent at particular temperature is called solubility. But we should know that why some substances are more soluble in solvent, why some substances are less soluble, why some substances are insoluble. Actually, in solute interactions are present. In solvent interactions are present. When solute is added in solvent, then new interactions are produced between solute and solvent. If solute solvent interactions are stronger than solute interactions and solvent interactions, then solute become dissolved. If solute interaction are stronger, then solvent cannot dissolve such type of solutes. For example, if we dissolve sugar in one beaker and sodium chloride in the other beaker which contain equal amount of water, we know that sodium chloride is more soluble as compared to sugar. The reason is sodium chloride is an ionic compound. It easily separates into sodium ions and chloride ions. Sodium chloride dissolve in water due to process of hydration. On the other hand, sugar dissolve in water due to presence of hydrogen bonding. This is the main concept of solubility. I will explain how methanol dissolve in water, how ethanol dissolve in water, how sodium chloride dissolve in water, why oils are not soluble in water. These are the major questions which can be taken from this part. The first point is how methanol dissolve in water. The first point is methanol is polar solvent. Water is polar solvent. Water is polar solvent. Why water is the polar solvent? Because two H atoms are attached with O atom. We know that oxygen is more electronegative as compared to hydrogen. So it carries partial negative charge. Hydrogen carries partial positive. This hydrogen also carries partial positive. Due to this reason, water is a polar molecule. Due to this polarity, water molecule form hydrogen bonds, partially negative, partially positive. This is partially positive. Due to OH bond, hydrogen bonding is formed between water molecules. These are hydrogen bonding in water. On the other end, methanol. Methanol is CH3OH. In methanol, OH bond is also polar because oxygen carries partial negative charge, hydrogen carries partial positive charge. When methanol molecules come close, this is the other methanol molecule CH3, in which oxygen is partially positive, oxygen is partially negative, hydrogen is partially positive. Due to polar OH group, they also form hydrogen bonding. So this is the H bonding in methanol. So in both solute and solvent, hydrogen bonding are present. When they are mixed, what will happen? This is methanol molecule, CH3O and H, and this is the water molecule. When water and methanol are mixed, then hydrogen bonding is formed between H atom of one molecule and O atom of other molecule. Due to this hydrogen bonding, methanol dissolve in water. So solute solvent interactions are produced between water and methanol, and due to these forces, methanol or ethanol dissolve in water. We should know that all covalent compounds, glucose, sucrose, fructose, only dissolve in water due to hydrogen bonding. How NaCl dissolve in water? When NaCl is added in water, suppose this is the container which contain water. When NaCl is added in water, NaCl is ionic compound. Water molecules separate the positive and negative ions. We know that ionic compounds are made up of lattices, and amount of energy which is required to break the lattice is called lattice energy. So water molecules separate the sodium ions and chloride ions. Water molecules break the forces among the ions, and after this water molecules surrounds their ions in such a way that negative end of the water, which is oxygen, this will surround the positive ions from all sides. These are the water molecules. They surround the positive ions by the process of hydration. Similarly, the negative ion is surrounded by positive end of the water. The positive end of water is hydrogen. These are hydrogen atoms. Oxygen. Similarly, these are hydrogen atoms. H and H. Oxygen is present between the two hydrogen atoms. These are H atoms. This process is called hydration. So when ions become separate and water molecule surrounds the ions, then sodium chloride becomes dissolved in water. And this whole process is called hydration. The process in which water molecule surrounds the ions and dissolve the ionic compound, this process is called hydration. So all ionic compounds become dissolved in water due to process of hydration. Now the last point, why oils are insoluble in water. Oils are non-polar, greases are non-polar, fats are non-polar, and water is a polar. There is no similarity between oil and water. There is no similarity between fats and water. Due to this reason, oils, fats are insoluble in water. They are soluble in organic solvents. Finally, we can say that the general concept of solubility is like dissolves like. Like dissolves like mean if solute and solvent have same forces, if solute and solvent have some similarity of intermolecular forces, then they become dissolved. Solution can be prepared. If solute and solvent have no forces, no similarity, then they are insoluble. Benzene is insoluble in water but soluble in carbon tetrachloride. Because benzene is non-polar, water is a polar. Carbon tetrachloride is non-polar solvent, so it is true like dissolves like. Ionic compounds are soluble in polar solvents, but ionic compounds are insoluble in the non-polar solvents. Sodium chloride cannot be dissolved in carbon tetrachloride, but it can be dissolved in water. So finally we can say that if solute and solvent have similarity, then they become dissolved. If solute and solvent have no similarity, then solute cannot be dissolved in the solvent. Thank you.